Hey guys, it's Ross going on Space Couch today. I'm going to be reviewing this. Come Fly the World by Julia Cooke, The Women of Pan Am in War and Peace. And I thoroughly enjoyed this. This was great. So basically it follows 4 of the flight attendants, stewardesses as they were called back then, from early training through to when they leave Pan Am or stop doing the flight attending and move into management and that sort of thing. It was absolutely fascinating. Like, there's one of them, she applies for the job, she has an interview, she walks in and there's like loads and loads and loads of other women that they're waiting, and they're all dressed to the nines, and she feels like, there's no way I'm going to get this, I look like a complete mess. She goes in, has her interview, and she walks out with a bunch of application forms, and one of the other women asks her, where did you get those forms? Because that means she's been accepted onto the programme. It's funny, isn't it, how often that happens. You don't think you've got a chance and you're the one who gets it. And it's similar for some of the others as well. They kind of like, they fall into it almost, flying for Pan Am, because they want to travel the world, they want to broaden their horizons. One of the women, she had like a... She's in college and then she has some time in Rome and she realises, actually, I want to spend my time travelling and seeing all these places. So it's similar for all of them. So it goes into like some of the stuff they had to go through, you know, like there was the very strict dress rules and very strict makeup rules, and how you can never be seen smoking a cigarette in your Pan Am uniform, can't be unescorted or with men, that sort of thing. Obviously, when they're abroad, that all goes out the window. And there was also the things like they had to maintain their weight at a certain level, and they were weighed frequently, and all that sort of stuff. Great fun. And it all tells about other various places they go to and the adventures they have, like on safari in Africa, shopping in Hong Kong, swimming and almost drowning off the coast of West Africa, all that sort of stuff. And also some other incidents like where, because you know Pan Am was like the flag carrier unofficially, and it's like it was the US government. Where you saw Pan Am, you saw America. And how they could use that influence to arrange things, you know, it's like, but I work for Pan Am, you will do this for me, and all that sort of stuff. All the times they're flying from, I think, from New York down to Joburg, but it's via, say, Guinea and Ghana, and there's a big conference, but some of the people from Guinea get kidnapped by the Ghanaian government when they land there, and all sorts of ways, were kidnapped off of the plane at gunpoint, you know, it's like other stuff. But it also mentions a lot about the war in Vietnam, because Pan Am did a lot of and World Airways as well, did a lot of the airlifts of soldiers in to start the fighting, and also bring them back out for their R&R breaks. And how the stewardesses slowly realise that this war is a complete disaster. These men, when they're going in, they're terrified. When they're coming out, they're absolutely broken and just so happy to be out, even if just for a few weeks, you know, few days in Bangkok or the Philippines or in Hong Kong and all that sort of stuff. And it also mentions about Operation Baby Lift towards the end of that war, when it's all falling apart and the communists were just all over trying to get kids out. And some of the kids on one of the flights had been on another plane the day before, US Air Force C-5 Galaxy, that had crashed, so they're really traumatised. And it's basically they're trying to get as many people out as they can. There's one girl, she's wearing a Pan Am uniform, she's Vietnamese, but she's clearly not a stewardess. Or she's a stewardess, but her sister, who is not a stewardess, is wearing a Pan Am uniform. But they managed to get their other sisters out as well by giving her the Pan Am uniforms to give to the sisters so they can escape as well. And it's absolutely fascinating. And it also mentions about when they start progressing into management, because for a long time women couldn't progress past the stewardess stage. They had to quit when they got pregnant, when they got married, or when they got pregnant, and you could never be seen in a Pan Am uniform pregnant. That was just one of their other rules as well. And the other airlines are all the same that talked about that too. But it's about the struggle that they all had. Not just to be a stewardess, but to progress their careers into management as well. And they do manage to do that, or they leave and they do other things, and they all have like reunions and stuff like that, and talk about the good old days. But yes, it was an absolutely fantastic book. I absolutely loved it. I got this for, I think, £1 or £2 in a charity shop in Bromley, and it was well worth it. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for what topic you'd like to see discussed.